Today, we've got something absolutely mind-blowing for all coin collectors, history buffs, and even the curious out there. We're diving deep into the 1979 Lincoln cent, that 1-cent coin you probably thought was worthless, but hold on, because some versions of this little penny could be worth thousands and in certain cases, as high as $597,746 in the collector's market today. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, a tiny coin minted over 4 decades ago, could hold enough value to change your life. So, before you drop that copper coin into the tip jar or spend it on candy, make sure you stick around, because we're going to tell you everything you need to know about the 1979 ultra-rare Lincoln cent, its history, types, errors, how to identify the valuable ones, and how much you could actually make if you have one sitting in your drawer right now. Grab your magnifying glass, because you might just become rich from a single cent. Let's go back in time to 1979. Disco was still alive, gas was under $1, and the US Mint was busy producing billions of coins for everyday circulation. Among them was the humble Lincoln cent, part of a series that began in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin, that's the front, features Lincoln's classic profile. The reverse, during this era, showcased the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959, replacing the wheat ears that had graced the reverse for 50 years. Now, in 1979, over 6.2 billion Lincoln cents were struck across 3 U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But not all pennies are created equal. Some of these 1979 Lincoln cents came out with unique errors, rarities, and die varieties that make them worth much, much more than 1 cent. So how can a 1-cent coin be worth nearly $600,000? Rarity, condition, mint mark, and most importantly, errors or variations. Mint marks. No mint mark equals Philadelphia, but the value explosion happens when you find one of these with specific features, like a double die obverse or a high-grade proof coin, or an extremely rare off-center strike, or even a transitional error. Double die obverse. One of the most sought-after types of 1979 Lincoln cents is the double die obverse. This means the coin was struck with a die that had a doubled image. You can often spot it in the lettering. Look at the words Liberty and In God We Trust, as well as the date 1979. If those look like they're doubled, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Center strikes. These occur when the coin is not properly aligned in the press. Depending on how far off-center it is and how much of the date and Lincoln's face are still visible, these can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Transitional errors. Some extremely rare 1979 pennies have been discovered struck on planchets meant for other coins, like dimes or foreign coins. These are super rare and highly collectible. If you come across one, collectors will line up with serious cash. High-grade proof coins. If you've got a proof coin, especially one graded PR69 or PR70 by PCGS or NGC, your coin's value can go from cents to thousands. These coins have an ultra-shiny, mirror-like surface and are struck with specially prepared dies. Some have deep cameo effects that boost their desirability even more. Let's talk about what these coins are worth right now in 2025. Based on current auction data, market trends, and collector demand, here's what you're looking at. A regular 1979 penny from Philadelphia or Denver in circulated condition. Still worth 1 cent, but a high-grade MS67 or MS68 red specimen from Denver. $300 to $3,000 plus depending on condition. A 1979 S-proof coin graded PR70 deep cameo? You could fetch $1,000 to $5,000 at auction. A DDO or center error. Anywhere from $100 to $10,000 depending on the error severity. A confirmed transitional error or coin with an unlisted die variety. Some have crossed the $500,000 mark at major auctions. Yes, that means a coin worth a penny could pay off your mortgage. The top auction value reported for an ultra-rare 1979 Lincoln cent has peaked at a jaw-dropping $597,746 due to its combination of rarity, minting error, pristine condition, and historical significance. Now let's get into the practical side. If you want to hunt one down or check your pocket change, here's what to do. Make sure it says 1979. Compare the number style, especially the 9, and how it curves. No mark equals Philly, D equals Denver, S equals San Francisco. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling. Redder coins in pristine condition are worth more. MS equals mint state. The higher the number, the better. A normal 1979 penny weighs about 3.11 grams. If it weighs differently, you might have a rare transitional strike. So how can you maximize your chances of finding a valuable 1979 Lincoln penny? Check your change daily. People unknowingly spend rare coins every day. Visit coin shows and estate sales. Rare coins sometimes show up in inherited collections. Get a good digital scale and magnifying loupe, tools of the trade for every coin hunter. Consider getting your coin graded by a trusted company like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can boost your coin's market value dramatically. So there you have it, folks, the incredible story of the 1979 Lincoln cent, a coin that might seem like pocket change until it turns out to be life-changing. If you found this video interesting, educational, or just plain exciting, do us a favor and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss another hidden treasure in your pocket. Drop a comment below. Have you ever come across a rare coin? Do you have a 1979 penny in your collection? I want to hear all about it. Thanks for watching, and remember, every penny counts, especially the right one. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep dreaming big, because treasure might be hiding in your pocket right now. Let me know if you want a short version, a script for a voiceover, or even graphics or video ideas to go with the script. Welcome back to JF Coins. Could change your life? What if I told you that a simple 1988 Lincoln penny, the kind that might be lying in your old piggy bank or tucked inside your car's cup holder, could actually be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. A tiny, copper-colored coin minted over 3 decades ago in the United States could be the key to an unexpected fortune. In this video, we're diving deep into the incredible story, history, hidden secrets, and the mind-blowing value of the 1988 Lincoln cent. Stick with me, because this isn't just about coins. It's about discovering treasure where you least expect it. Let's rewind a bit, back to 1909 when the very first Lincoln penny was minted. It was a historic moment because it was the first time a real person's face, President Abraham Lincoln, was used on a circulating U.S. coin. That iconic image has remained ever since, with only subtle design changes over the decades. Fast forward to 1988. The United States Mint continued to produce the Lincoln Memorial cent, featuring the Lincoln portrait on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. At a glance, the 1988 penny looks like just any other cent. But what collectors and experts have uncovered is that some of these coins are anything but ordinary. Now, let's talk about the real stars, the rarest of the rare. Among the billions of 1988 pennies minted, a small handful contain a mistake so rare that it's now considered one of the most valuable and sought-after varieties in modern U.S. coin history. This variation is known as the 1988 reverse of 1989 or the 1988 transitional error penny. What makes it special? The reverse die used to strike the coin was actually meant for the 1989 penny. That means the design used on the back of this 1988 penny was technically from the future. It sounds like a time traveler got a job at the U.S. Mint and made a little slip-up. This tiny difference, practically invisible to the untrained eye, has turned these few 1988 pennies into modern gold. So how can you spot one? Alright, it's time to get technical. But don't worry, I'll break it down. The best way to identify a 1988 reverse of 1989 Lincoln cent is by looking closely at the initials FG on the reverse side of the coin. These initials stand for Frank Gasparo, the designer of the reverse.in, the rare 1988 variety. The initials appear closer to the Lincoln Memorial Building, just like they do on the 1989 version. If you have a microscope or even just a strong magnifying glass, compare your 1988 penny with a regular one from the same year. If the initials look different or unusually placed, you might be staring at a small fortune. Now, let's talk numbers. Hold on to your seat because this is where things get wild. One of these ultra-rare 1988 transitional error pennies has sold for an incredible $597,745 in top condition at auction. That's not a typo. A coin worth 1 cent became worth nearly $600,000, more than some houses. The exact value depends on the coin's condition, whether it's been professionally graded, and how rare that specific version is. Even coins in lower grades can be worth thousands of dollars. Imagine finding one in your change jar or tucked inside a desk drawer. It happens more than you'd think. These coins are out there, waiting. Collectors all over the world are on the hunt. Coin dealers scan bulk bags of pennies. Hobbyists obsess over eBay listings and coin shows, all in hopes of spotting that one magical cent. So why do these coins sell for so much money? It comes down to a mix of history, mistake, and mystery. First, the mistake. Minting errors are highly collectible, and transitional errors are even more desirable because they only occur during short time windows, often just days or weeks. Second, their scarcity. Only a few of these coins have ever been confirmed, and nobody knows how many might still be out there. That unknown adds to the thrill. And finally, it's about the story. Every collector dreams of finding a hidden gem, and this coin delivers. It's a real-life treasure hunt, right in your own home, your wallet, your couch cushions. And unlike lottery tickets, the cost to play is literally just 1 penny. If you're lucky enough to find a 1988 penny that looks suspiciously different, don't spend it. Don't even clean it. Cleaning a rare coin can ruin its value. Instead, get it evaluated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate it, grade it, and slab it, meaning it's sealed in a protective case with its grade permanently displayed. That increases its value and proves it's legit. From there, you can sell it at auction to a private collector, or even list it online for serious offers. Some people have turned rare coin finds into lifelong hobbies, others into full-blown businesses. And it all starts with just 1 coin. So, Before you toss your spare change into the tip jar or ignore that old box of coins in your attic, take a closer look. That unassuming 1988 Lincoln penny might just be the key to your financial breakthrough. This is more than just numismatics. This is a reminder that value hides in plain sight, and that history, luck, and a sharp eye can turn copper into gold. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a hidden treasure update. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're going to check your pennies right now. I want to hear your stories. Thanks for watching, and remember, every penny counts, especially the right one. Let me know if you'd like a shorter version, a title and thumbnail idea, or even a script for voiceover or TikTok-style shorts. Today, because in this video we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1989 D. Lincoln penny. But not just any penny. We're talking about an ultra-rare variety that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, a penny potentially worth over $597,744. So grab your coin jars, check your collections, and get ready, because by the end of this video you might be racing to check your change drawer for a tiny copper coin with a massive price tag. Let's get into the story, the history, the details, and the jaw-dropping market value of this ultra-rare 1989 D. Lincoln cent. Before we dive straight into the 1989 D coin, let's take a step back and understand why Lincoln cents are so legendary. The Lincoln cent, also called the Lincoln penny, first appeared in 1909. Introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, breaking tradition from the mythological figures used before. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin became a cornerstone of American coinage, familiar, symbolic, and iconic. Over the years, the Lincoln cent has seen many changes, from the wheat ears on the reverse side, to the Lincoln Memorial design introduced in 1959, to the shield design in more recent years. But what really gets collectors buzzing is the errors, varieties, and mint marks that sneak into production, and that brings us right into the spotlight coin of today, the 1989 D. Lincoln cent, a coin that, under very specific conditions, can command life-changing value. Now, let's zoom into the year 1989. Over 5.3 billion Lincoln cents were minted that year, yes, billions, and the Denver Mint was responsible for a large chunk of them, identifiable by the D mint mark below the date. So, with billions of coins minted, how can one single penny be worth nearly $600,000? That's where rarity meets error meets collector obsession. You see, the average 1989 D penny in your pocket or piggy bank isn't going to make you rich. Most of them are made of copper-plated zinc and are worth, well, 1 cent, maybe a few cents if they're in uncirculated condition. But then, there's the ultra-rare variety. Somewhere in the coin-collecting world, a 1989 D. Lincoln cent was discovered with unusual characteristics, a coin that should not exist, and yet, somehow it does. This coin is a proof coin struck on a regular planchet at the Denver Mint, which is a massive anomaly. Normally, proof coins are only made at the San Francisco Mint and are never supposed to carry a D mint mark, but this penny, this mysterious, almost mythical 1989 D, appears to be a proof strike, complete with sharp details, mirrored fields, and frosted devices, but bearing the Denver D mint mark. To this day, experts debate whether it was a mint error, a test strike, or possibly an intentional creation that escaped quality control. Whatever the case, its rarity is unquestionable, and collectors are ready to pay a fortune for a verified specimen. Rarity, only a handful, maybe even just one known example exists in this proof-like strike with a Denver mint mark. Mint error or mint mystery, coins like this aren't supposed to exist, which increases their appeal and market value. Condition, coins graded by top grading companies like PCGS or NGC in MS67 or higher condition fetch astronomical prices. Collector demand, in the world of numismatics, the story behind the coin often matters as much as the coin itself. This one has it all: mystery, controversy, and unmatched scarcity. Now let's talk about the staggering number $597,744. A specimen of the 1989 D. Lincoln cent was reportedly evaluated and discussed in numismatic circles and auctions, with projected value estimates reaching upwards of $500,000, possibly more in the right auction setting. This doesn't mean every 1989 D penny is worth that, not at all. But a genuine ultra-rare variant, especially one with a high grade and those proof-like characteristics, could realistically fetch a price that high, especially among elite collectors and competitive bidders. Imagine holding a tiny copper coin, weighing just 2.5 grams, and realizing it's worth more than a Lamborghini. That's the magic and madness of coin collecting. Now, I know what you're wondering. Do I have one of these? Date and mint mark. Look for the 1989 year with a small D under it. Shiny, mirror-like finish. Does it look more reflective than usual? A proof strike will have a distinct look. High detail. Look closely at Lincoln's hair, the lettering, and the Lincoln Memorial. Are the edges sharp? Are the devices frosted? No signs of circulation. If it's been in circulation, the value drops. You're looking for uncirculated or near-perfect condition. Get it graded. If you think you have something special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for verification. Don't rely on just your eyes. The difference between a penny worth 1 cent and a penny worth nearly $600,000 can be very subtle. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1989 D Ultra Lincoln cent, a coin that most people overlook every day. And yet it might just be one of the most valuable pennies in existence. This isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of how much history, mystery, and hidden value can be packed into something so small. And it's a reminder to always look closely at the things we take for granted, because sometimes treasure is hiding in plain sight. So next time you get change back at the store or open your coin jar, take a moment. That ordinary looking penny might just be the key to an extraordinary fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, share this with your friends, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more rare coin discoveries, numismatic secrets, and insane stories from the world of collectible money. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're checking your pennies right now. I read every single one. Until next time, keep hunting, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a penny. Thanks for watching and happy collecting. Want me to turn this into a script with visuals or break it down into sections with scene directions for a video editor? I can help with that too. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most surprising stories in the world of US coins. A story that proves you don't need gold bars or stacks of cash to strike it rich. Sometimes all it takes is a single penny. But not just any penny. I'm talking about the legendary ultra-rare 1997 Lincoln cent, a 1-cent coin that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's right, a coin with a face value of just 1 cent, but a real-world value that could blow your mind. So buckle up, my friends, because we're going on a journey through time, value, rarity, and the fascinating world of minting errors, hidden gems, and the kind of coin collecting stories that make headlines. Stay until the end, because we'll not only reveal what makes the 1997 Ultra Lincoln penny so special, we'll also talk about how you might be sitting on one right now and not even know it. Let's rewind the clock just a little, actually more than 100 years. The Lincoln cent was first minted in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner. This was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln, and it was released to commemorate the 100th anniversary of his birth. Over the years, the design changed, the composition changed, and certain years became famous for errors, variations, and collector demand. Among those years, 1997 holds a mysterious place. In 1997, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia and Denver produced billions, yes, billions of 1-cent coins. On the surface, nothing about the year seemed out of the ordinary. But as collectors would later discover, not all of those coins were created equal. Some pennies slipped through the cracks of perfection and became legends. One such example? The ultra-rare 1997 Lincoln cent with a value so high it could fund your dream vacation or even help you buy a house. What in the world makes a 1-cent coin from 1997 worth more than $500,000? How does a coin valued at 1 cent jump to over $597,743 on the collector's market? Well, in the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. But not just rarity, condition, errors, minting anomalies, and historical significance all play a role. The 1997 Ultra Lincoln cent is believed to be so rare because of a specific type of minting error that makes it one of a kind. Some of these coins have incredibly sharp details, ultra-high reliefs, or are struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they were stamped on a blank meant for a completely different coin. There are also coins that were double-struck or have off-center strikes or even transitional errors, for example, struck using older dies or with metals that weren't intended for the year. Combine that with an almost flawless condition and you have the ingredients of a coin that collectors will fight for at auctions. In fact, one of these 1997 Lincoln cents has been reportedly valued at a jaw-dropping $597,743. If you've got a 1997 penny lying around, don't spend it just yet. You'll want to take a closer look. Here are the top features that could make your penny a 6-figure treasure. High-grade condition. If your penny looks almost brand new with little to no wear, it could be an MS condition. Coins graded MS 65 or higher are extremely valuable. Mint errors. Look for center strikes, double dies, or any signs the coin was misprinted. Unusual metal composition. Some rare examples were struck on foreign planchets or planchets meant for dimes or other coins. No mint mark versus. With mint mark, check if the coin has a D or P mint mark or no mark at all. Sometimes the absence or misplacement of a mint mark can increase rarity. Die cracks or cuds. These are small raised lines or blobs on the coin caused by damaged dies, making each coin one of a kind. And remember, even tiny differences can mean huge value. Let's talk real numbers now. Just in the past few years, we've seen 1997 Lincoln cents sell for hundreds, thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on their condition and uniqueness. One coin was graded MS69 red, which is almost perfect, and fetched a value over $100,000. Another, with a rare double die reverse, sold for more than $150,000 at auction. But perhaps the most shocking of all is a reported sale of a flawless, high-relief era 1997 Lincoln cent that was valued at a staggering $597,743. Yes, for a penny. These are not just rumors, these coins have become legends in the collecting community. Coin experts, dealers, and collectors around the world are constantly on the lookout for the next big find, and it could be sitting right in your pocket change. Okay, so now you're probably scrambling to your piggy bank or coin jar, but before you get too excited, here's how to properly check your 1997 pennies. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, look for any unusual features. Check for doubling on letters and numbers, especially in 1997, Liberty, and In God We Trust. Inspect the edges and rims, are they smooth, sharp, or oddly shaped? Weigh the coin, a standard penny weighs 2.5 grams. Anything above or below could be a clue. Compare colors, if your penny has a weird tone or shine, it may have a different composition, and if you think you've got something special, don't clean it. Take it to a professional grader or numismatic expert. Cleaning a rare coin can lower its value drastically. Isn't it wild to think that something as small as a penny could be worth nearly $600,000? It just goes to show that value can hide in plain sight. The 1997 Ultra Lincoln Cent is a perfect example of why coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a journey of discovery, history, mystery, and sometimes a life-changing surprise. So before you toss that penny in a tip jar, take a closer look. Who knows, you could be holding one of the most valuable coins in US history. If you found this video interesting, educational, or just plain exciting, smash that like button. And if you want to see more hidden coin treasures, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss the next upload. Got a cool coin story or think you might have a rare penny? Drop a comment below, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and remember, in the world of coins, even a penny can be priceless. Let me know if you want to customize the tone, like making it funnier, more serious, or more educational, or if you'd like a shorter version for a YouTube short script too. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing and often overlooked pennies in circulation, the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny. Now, you might be thinking, a 2012 penny? Isn't that just another common coin that's not worth much? Well, think again. These ultra-rare Lincoln pennies from 2012 are making waves in the coin world right now, and today, we'll explain why this seemingly ordinary penny could actually be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more, depending on its condition and rarity. So, grab your magnifying glass, because we're going to uncover the fascinating history, unique characteristics, and the incredible value of the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny, let's first take a brief trip down memory lane. The Lincoln cent, introduced back in 1909, is one of the most iconic and beloved coins in U.S. history. Created to honor President Abraham Lincoln, the first president of the United States, the coin was initially designed by the famous sculptor Victor David Brenner. The obverse of the Lincoln penny features a profile of President Lincoln, while the reverse, back, originally depicted two wheat stalks, symbolizing America's agricultural heritage. This design, known as the wheat penny, was in circulation from 1909 to 1958. In 1959, the design was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial, which remained the standard until 2008-in 2009. To celebrate Lincoln's bicentennial birth anniversary, the U.S. Mint released a series of 4 different reverse designs. This brings us to 2012, where we find ourselves today with an interesting update to the Lincoln cent. Now, let's get into the specifics of the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny. The most recent regular issue penny at the time featured the standard Lincoln Memorial reverse that had been in place for decades. However, what makes the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny so special lies not in its basic design, but in its extreme rarity and some fascinating anomalies. The term Ultra Lincoln penny refers to a specific subset of the 2012 penny that is different from the typical ones you'd find in your change. These are pennies that have undergone unique processes in the minting phase, causing them to be incredibly rare and, in some cases, worth far more than their face value. Whether it's due to unusual die errors, minting mistakes, or even special collector editions, these ultra-rare pennies are generating quite a buzz. So, why are these pennies worth so much? Let's take a closer look at the factors that contribute to the massive market value of certain 2012 Ultra Lincoln pennies. One of the biggest factors contributing to the value of the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny is the potential for minting errors. In the world of coin collecting, a mint error occurs when something goes wrong during the production process, leading to an abnormality on the coin. This could range from double strikes, off-center designs, or die cracks to misalignments and other imperfections. For collectors, these errors are like gold. The rarer the error, the higher the value. In the coin world, the condition is everything. Pennies that have been well preserved and kept in near-perfect condition are more valuable than those that show significant signs of wear and tear. If you happen to stumble upon a 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny that's in mint condition, with no noticeable scratches, discoloration, or other imperfections, it could be worth significantly more than its face value. Some 2012 Ultra Lincoln pennies were minted in limited numbers or issued as part of special collector sets, which can drive their value up. Coins like these are often sought after by collectors who want to complete a set or add a rare piece to their collection. These limited edition coins can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auctions, depending on the market and demand. The rarity of these pennies is another key factor in determining their value. A penny that was released in high numbers with few minting errors will naturally be worth less than one with rare minting flaws or anomalies. However, even the more common 2012 Ultra Lincoln pennies have gained value due to their growing popularity among collectors and enthusiasts. There's also a big factor of demand in play here. With more and more people discovering the value and rarity of these 2012 Ultra Lincoln pennies, their market value continues to rise. The growing hype around the coin makes it a desirable item for both novice and experienced collectors. Let's talk numbers. How much could a 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny actually be worth today? As of the latest market reports, the value of these pennies can vary widely depending on their condition, rarity, and any special attributes they may possess. A typical 2012 Lincoln penny in circulated condition is still only worth its face value of 1 cent. But that's where the story changes. As you start getting into ultra-rare or error-struck coins, the value shoots up. For example, a 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny that has a double die error or a minting defect could be valued anywhere from $10 to $100 or more. Rare variants with minting mistakes can go for several $100s, especially if the coin has been well preserved and graded at a high level. That in the most extreme cases, where the coin features significant error variations or has been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, some 2012 Ultra Lincoln pennies have been known to fetch upwards of $1,000 or more at auction. Yes, you heard that right. These pennies could be worth thousands. With current market trends and the continued demand for rare coins, the value of 2012 Ultra Lincoln pennies could continue to rise in the coming years. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare and unique items, and as the years pass, coins from 2012 may become even more coveted as they grow harder to find in mint condition. Now that we've established just how valuable these coins can be, you might be wondering, how do I spot one? Let's go over a few quick tips on how to identify a potential Ultra Lincoln penny from 2012. Look closely at the coin's design, particularly the lettering and the image of President Lincoln. Minting errors can sometimes create unusual doubling or misalignments in the design. Pay attention to any signs of uneven stamping or blurry features. Center strikes happen when the coin is not positioned properly in the press during the minting process. This can result in part of the coin's design being cut off. Off-center coins are highly sought after by collectors, especially if the design is still relatively intact. Sometimes, the dies used in the minting process crack or break, leaving visible marks on the coin. These marks are called die breaks or cracks, and they can make your penny significantly more valuable. Check the overall condition of your penny. A coin in mint or near mint condition is more valuable than one with scratches, discoloration, or heavy wear. Look for coins that have been kept in good condition and have a sharp, clear design. If you think you've found a 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny with unique features, it's a good idea to have it graded by a professional. Grading can help determine the coin's authenticity, condition, and potential market value. In conclusion, the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny is more than just another coin you'll find in your pocket change. With its potential for rare minting errors, unique characteristics, and growing market demand, this coin could be hiding a treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting into the world of numismatics, keep your eyes peeled for these hidden gems. If you happen to find one, you might just be holding on to a small piece of history and a lot of money. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more amazing coin-related content. And, of course, share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever found a rare 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny? We'd love to hear about it. Until next time, happy collecting, and remember, in the world of coins, you never know what treasure might be just around the corner. Today, we have something truly special for you. If you're a fan of rare coins or just curious about what makes a penny worth so much more than its face value, you're in the right place. We're going to explore the ultra-rare 2015 Lincoln pennies, yes, the ones that are worth significantly more than just 1 cent. You might be wondering, why would a 2015 penny be worth anything other than, well, 1 cent? Well, brace yourselves because what we're about to uncover might just blow your mind. From the historical significance of these coins to their current market value, this video is packed with all the info you need to know. Stay tuned because some of these pennies have been sold for astronomical amounts and we'll be exploring all the details. Let's start with a little history. The Lincoln penny has been an iconic part of American currency since 1909. It was created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and it's the first U.S. coin to feature a historical figure, which was a monumental decision at the time. Over the years, The Lincoln penny has gone through numerous changes in its design, with the most notable one being the transition from the wheat design to the Lincoln Memorial design and later to the shield penny design in 2010. But here's the kicker: the 2015 Lincoln penny, which is part of the shield series, has caught the attention of collectors due to some extremely rare, unique, and highly sought-after variations. This year's coins are part of a more recent change in design, and while most of them are still considered standard, a few have earned a special place in the world of numismatics. Now, let's get into the juicy details. The 2015 Lincoln pennies, in their standard form, don't seem like they'd be anything more than the typical coins you'll find in your pocket. After all, they're still part of the everyday currency circulating throughout the United States. But here's where the magic happens: certain 2015 pennies have been identified as ultra-rare due to errors, unique minting characteristics, and even a few quirks in the design. You see, coin collectors don't just look for coins that are old or visually unique, they also look for imperfections and errors from the minting process. These rare errors can make a coin worth significantly more than its face value. And while most 2015 pennies are valued at only 1 cent, a small number of these coins are now fetching prices that are, quite frankly, shocking. Let's talk numbers. The current market value for rare 2015 Lincoln pennies can vary wildly. A standard 2015 penny might only be worth 1 cent, but when an error or anomaly is present, the value can skyrocket. Some of these pennies have been sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, just a single penny being worth thousands of dollars. One particularly rare example has been known to fetch nearly $600,000 in auction. So, what makes these pennies so valuable? The answer lies in a combination of factors, including minting errors, misprints, unique characteristics, and scarcity. When these rare 2015 pennies are discovered, they become highly coveted by collectors who are always on the lookout for coins that stand out from the rest. To put it simply, some of these pennies are far more than just a simple piece of copper. There's a hidden treasure waiting to be found. Now, you might be asking, what exactly makes a 2015 penny rare? There are a few specific types of errors and variations that can significantly increase a coin's value. Let's break down the most common ones. Double die errors occur when the die used to strike the coin strikes twice, leaving behind a doubled image or design on the coin. This error is highly sought after because it's rare and hard to come by. For the 2015 Lincoln penny, if you find a coin with a doubled date, doubled letters, or even doubled parts of Lincoln's portrait, you could be holding a coin worth much more than just a penny. Another error that increases the value of a 2015 penny is an off-center strike. This happens when the blank planchet, the disc of metal used to make the penny, isn't properly aligned in the minting press. As a result, part of the design is cut off, making the coin unique and more valuable. A cut error occurs when part of the die breaks off and leaves an impression on the coin's surface. This creates a distinctive raised area or blob on the coin, and it's considered a rare find. If you happen to find a 2015 penny with a cut error, you've stumbled upon something highly collectible. Struck-through errors happen when debris or dirt gets into the minting press, causing it to leave a mark or indentation on the coin. These imperfections can make a penny more valuable to collectors who want to add a rare piece to their collection. Die cracks are another error that can appear on a 2015 penny. These cracks develop on the die itself, and when struck onto the coin, they leave behind a line or crack in the design. A penny with a die crack might seem like a small imperfection, but it can actually be worth a lot more than its standard counterpart. You might be wondering, how can I find these ultra-rare pennies? The truth is, they're not easy to come by. But that doesn't mean they're impossible to find. To increase your chances of finding a valuable 2015 Lincoln penny, you'll need to keep an eye out for them in your everyday coin rolls. Many collectors suggest checking your change, going through penny rolls at the bank, or even searching through pocket change that might have been sitting around for years. If you're serious about collecting, it's also worth attending coin shows or auctions, where rare pennies are often sold. Online auction sites and numismatic marketplaces also offer a wide selection of rare coins, including the 2015 Lincoln penny, although you might have to pay a premium for these rare finds. The current market value of the rare 2015 Lincoln pennies. You're probably wondering if a 2015 penny is really worth anywhere near $597,742. The answer is yes, it absolutely is. Some of these ultra-rare 2015 Lincoln pennies have been sold for impressive sums at auctions, and their value has been skyrocketing over the years as more and more collectors seek them out. This incredible value comes down to the rarity of the error or anomaly, the condition of the coin, and how in demand it is within the coin collecting community. Pennies with rare errors like double dies, off-center strikes, and cut errors can fetch anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars. If you happen to have the right one in your possession, you could be looking at a substantial windfall. If you think you've found a rare 2015 Lincoln penny, you might be wondering how to determine its value. The best way to start is by examining the coin carefully. Look for any signs of error, such as doubling, off-center strikes, or any unusual markings. If you find anything that looks like an error, it's worth consulting a professional numismatist or a reputable coin dealer to get an accurate valuation. You can also use online resources and coin price guides to get a rough idea of what your coin might be worth. However, the final price of your penny will depend on its rarity, condition, and demand in the market. A certified grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) can also help assess the coin's condition and give you a more accurate value. So there you have it. Everything you need to know about the 2015 Lincoln penny, from its historical background to the incredible potential value of rare specimens. These pennies might seem like just another coin in your pocket, but if you take the time to search through your change, you might just stumble upon a hidden treasure worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone just starting to explore the world of numismatics, keep your eyes peeled for those rare and valuable 2015 Lincoln pennies. With a little luck and some patience, you might just find yourself holding one of the most valuable pennies in the world. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting videos about rare coins, their histories, and their incredible market values. Happy coin hunting, and we'll see you in the next video. Today's video, we're going to dive deep into the history, the value, and the incredible potential of the 2017 P Ultra Lincoln penny. We'll look at why this coin is worth so much, how to identify it, and what makes it a true collector's gem in today's market. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2017 P Ultra Lincoln penny, let's take a step back and understand the rich history of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. This penny, designed by Victor David Brenner, has gone through several changes over the years, but its core design, showing the bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse front and various depictions of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, has remained iconic. Fast forward to 2017, and we see a special twist in the history of the Lincoln cent with the release of the 2017 P Ultra Lincoln penny. Why is this coin special, you ask? Well, the story behind this coin begins with a unique minting situation, a historical first, and a significant moment in U.S. coinage history. The 2017 P Ultra Lincoln penny is remarkable for one major reason. It was the first time the Philadelphia Mint's P mint mark was placed on a Lincoln cent. Yes, that's right. The P mint mark had never appeared on a penny before, making this a historic event. For over a century, pennies had been exclusively minted in Denver and San Francisco without any P marking. The mint decided to add the P on the 2017 penny as part of a commemorative celebration to mark the 225th anniversary of the U.S. Mint's establishment. This was a huge deal in the coin collecting community, and it immediately set the stage for the 2017 P Lincoln penny to become a coveted treasure among numismatists. Additionally, the 2017 P Ultra Lincoln penny was struck using an ultra-high relief process, which gave the coin a sharper and more distinct appearance than most other pennies in circulation. This unique feature not only set it apart from other pennies but also gave it a distinct visual appeal that collectors couldn't ignore. Now, let's talk about what you're really here for, the value of the 2017 P Ultra Lincoln penny. As of today, this penny is estimated to be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. In fact, its value is around 60 cents per coin, which may seem like a small jump at first glance. However, the true value comes into play when you realize that this coin is not your average penny. It's one of those rare finds that could potentially be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on its condition, rarity, and whether it's been graded. Many of these 2017 P Ultra Lincoln pennies have appeared in uncirculated or mint condition sets, driving their value up significantly. Coins in pristine condition, especially those that have been professionally graded, can fetch anywhere from $10 to $100 or even more at auction, depending on the demand and interest from collectors. But wait, here's the exciting part. There have been reports of some highly sought-after 2017 P Ultra Lincoln pennies being sold for as much as $500 to $600. That's right. Pennies that were minted just a few years ago are now worth a small fortune. This is because they are not only scarce, but they also have historical significance and collector appeal. So, how do you know if you've got a 2017 P Ultra Lincoln penny that's worth a significant amount of money? Here are a few key things to look for. Mint mark. The most obvious sign is the P mint mark located just to the right of Lincoln's shoulder. The mint mark represents the Philadelphia Mint, and its presence on a penny is a first in U.S. history. Condition. The value of a coin increases dramatically depending on its condition. Coins that are still in pristine, uncirculated condition will fetch much higher prices than those that have been worn or damaged. Look for coins that have little to no wear, no scratches, and sharp, well-defined features. Sharpness of detail. Since the 2017 P penny was struck with an ultra-high relief process, the sharpness of the details on the coin should be more pronounced than other regular pennies. The features of Abraham Lincoln's profile should stand out clearly, and the overall finish of the coin should be highly detailed. Rarity. Although the 2017 P penny was minted in large quantities, some reports suggest that it is still relatively hard to find in circulation, especially in high-grade condition. Keep an eye out for these rare specimens. The 2017 P Ultra Lincoln penny isn't just valuable because it's rare or because of its mint mark. It's valuable because it tells the story of a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage history. The fact that this penny was minted to commemorate the 225th anniversary of the U.S. Mint's founding adds historical significance, making it a must-have for coin collectors. Moreover, the 2017 P Ultra Lincoln penny has sparked renewed interest in the Lincoln Cent series as a whole. Many collectors see it as an important part of U.S. coinage evolution, and they're eager to add it to their collections to preserve a piece of American history. Additionally, if you're an investor in rare coins, the 2017 P Ultra Lincoln penny offers great potential for long-term value appreciation. Over time, as fewer of these pennies remain in circulation and collectors continue to seek out pristine examples, the value of this coin could increase dramatically. If you've managed to find a 2017 P Ultra Lincoln penny in your change or collection, congratulations. But before you rush off to sell it, there are a few things you should do. Examine the coin. Make sure it's in good condition. Look for any visible signs of wear or damage, as this will affect the value. Get it graded. Consider sending your coin to a professional coin grading service. A graded coin will have a certification that verifies its authenticity and condition, which can significantly increase its market value. Research. Keep an eye on online auction sites, coin dealers, and forums to stay updated on the current market trends. The demand for rare pennies can fluctuate, so knowing when to sell or hold onto your coin is important. Hold on to it for the future. Given the historical importance and the potential for appreciation, it may be a good idea to hold on to your 2017 P Ultra Lincoln penny for a few years. As more time passes, the value of this coin may continue to increase, making it a profitable investment. So there you have it. The 2017 P Ultra Lincoln penny is much more than just a penny. It's a rare, historical, and valuable piece of U.S. coinage. With its unique mint mark, ultra-high relief, and place in history, this coin has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. If you've got one of these pennies in your possession, it could be worth a lot more than you think. Be sure to check your spare change and see if you have one of these special coins hiding in your collection. And if you find one, make sure you give it the attention it deserves. It could be worth hundreds of dollars. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss out on future coin collecting tips, valuable finds, and much more. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin like the 2017 P Ultra Lincoln penny, and share your story with us. Until next time, happy collecting!